I did a voice memo and I just breathed. Like,
the infamous corpse breath tweet.
people will get mad at anything that's popular. I guarantee you I'm gonna get so much literally breathing.
Hello everyone, it's been a while, and today we're going to be talking about a name you probably haven't heard about in a while, Corpse Husband. I recently came across the internet anarchist video about Corpse Husband and why he chose to abandon his audience. That got the gears turning in my head. I wanted to talk about this as well. For those of you who may never have heard of him, he was of course a YouTuber who was extremely popular until he left around 2 years ago. He's someone that I've been a fan of his work for quite a few years. He used to do scary story readings. That's when I found him back in around 2016-ish. Now recently he's been focused on his music, which is completely within his right to do, but he blew up because he was playing Among Us.
She said
1 kilo.
Wesley would take on anyone.
Wait, I want silver.
Carl, is that Breaking Benjamin?
Oh my gosh, when the imposter is
And playing with his other streamer friends. As you can see, those are extremely popular, 5 million, 6 million, 11 million views. So nothing to sneeze at. And of course his music, very popular. He did a collaboration with Bring Me the Horizon.
If pain is beauty, I'm a pretty bitch.
I am a fan of that as well, like Bring Me the Horizon. But all this fame, it came with a price. Corpse never showed his face, and that was for a specific reason. Corpse, by his own admission, is extremely self-conscious and an anxious person. So why would somebody want to be recognized everywhere they go and scrutinized by so many people at once?
I never leave my house.
Do you feel like hiding your identity has led to all this anxiety about being in public?
It definitely added to it. I feel like I had other issues prior.
Yeah.
But it definitely made it more logical in my head, despite it probably being a rash.
Have there been any moments that have been taxing to maintain two separate identities?
Oh, like all the time, like
Yeah.
24/7. I've had people over at my house who I know in real life,
Yeah.
who are friends with my YouTube friends.
Uh-huh.
So my YouTube friend doesn't know I'm friends with their friend, and my friend doesn't know I'm friends with their YouTube. It's very confusing.
I can understand where Corpse is coming from here, especially since I'm also a faceless YouTuber. I can pretty much count on both my hands the amount of people who actually know me in real life and know about my channel at the same time. I don't know why, it's just, I feel a lot more comfortable that way. And I believe that's how Corpse felt as well. Especially if you're an anxious person, you really don't want to be confronted every day. If you're just going to the store or you're going to a restaurant with your friends, your family, you gotta think that would get very stressful if you're not a very sociable person, I guess.
Fully know the benefit of being not anonymous without doing it. And I can't really see into this like alternate dimension where I'm probably happier. I think it's way more stressful than it is beneficial. I've left that door closed for so long that there's no gradual buildup. It's not, oh, I have 50,000 and now I'm gonna get noticed outside sometimes. It's opening that door and having all the buildup from millions of people now all at once. So it would be a dramatic life change.
This part I do understand. When you blow up suddenly, people either hate you, the idea of you, or your fans. And a lot of people do have annoying fans. Taylor Swift's fans come to mind. Some of these people really take the parasocial to a new level. And I think that's the main issue we have, is people were obsessed with seeing his face. So people were doing very underhanded things in order to try to see it. Doxing, leaking his face. And the threat of doxing is a scary thought for anyone who wants to remain anonymous, especially if you're someone as large as Corpse is.
I feel like I would be happier in a world where I could be myself openly and not worry about like hiding from everybody. but I do think it's also the best decision for me because I don't think I could handle that many people like judging me at once.
Corpse would also discuss how he felt like others didn't even treat him as a human.
In people's heads, I'm more of like a character or like a brand or like an anime character or something.
Yeah.
So they don't treat me as if I'm an actual person.
Yeah, that's a lot of content creators, especially ones who are faceless, because people create their own image of you. They make expectations that you can never meet. That is something I found out from Corpse and from Dream and other faceless creators who have revealed their face. It's just, it'll never be enough because people have their own little fantasies in their head, which aren't realistic.
Have you had any close calls with your identity being discovered since we last talked?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know how specific I should go with them, but definitely.
Why? Because if you're specific, they might know how close it was, and it might reveal it to them.
Exactly. Yeah, they know 100% expectations, and I get so much hate online every single day.
People already treat celebrities with their faces out there, famous people with their faces out there, no matter what they do, as if they're a dumpster. And then here you are without your face out there, so people get to treat you even more like you're not a real person at all.
I did a tweet on Twitter just to prove a point. I did a voice memo and I just breathed. Like
the infamous corpse breath tweet.
People will get mad at anything that's popular. I guarantee you I'm gonna get so much literally breathing. They'd be like, oh my god, you guys are so obsessed with him, like look at it, he's just breathing, and then like, or he's trying to breathe super sexually, or like it's literally just breathing, but people want to spin it to be that.
Yes, it's just like how it is with Mr. Beast. Anyone who's popular, PewDiePie, there's always going to be something wrong with their actions, whether it be the most mundane thing in the world, like literally breathing. I remember that tweet, and I remember the hate it got for literally just existing is so bad for some people on the internet.
Was and still am dealing with so much mental. When I was doing those Among Us streams first starting, like literally like 20 minutes before some of them, I was literally like faced with like and then I just get on in front of hundreds of thousands of people, you know what I mean? And it's like they don't see those things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so true. Like there's so many hidden struggles that creators don't even reveal to their fans. With Corpse, he had a lot of physical and mental blockages. I mean, it was difficult for him to stream because of his physical health. Mental health is what's causing him anguish at this point too. Even I suffer with a bit of anxiety. I really want to stream again, but I get really nervous at the thought. It's weird.
In March of 2021, a post would be made to a foreign website not only revealing Corpse's face, but also tracking down where he lives and his family members. The doxing resulted in pictures of his face being plastered across the internet and attracted a lot of hate towards him, eventually garnering the attention of Philip DeFranco, who summarized the situation perfectly.
People are being absolutely person featured, which, I mean, if it's just some random person or it actually turns out this is Corpse husband, absolutely a ton of people responding with really nasty comments, calling the person in the photos ugly among other things, which also prompted other Corpse husband fans to write things like, this alleged face reveal just showed how world is. You think Corpse is this mega hot guy, then y'all start bullying him when he didn't meet your standards. As well as saying he literally sings about how self-conscious he is about his appearance, and you guys are out here bashing him because he didn't live up to your fantasy. Disgusting. Absolutely pathetic. Right? And this is nowhere near the first story of its kind. I think most recently we talked about this situation with Dream. But here's what I'll say. If you're one of the people out there that's writing just disgusting things or nasty things about this person who may or may not be Corpse, seriously, and or grow up.
Absolutely, Philip DeFranco. I agree. I mean, even what happened with Jellybean, which is something I've covered on the channel, was also doxed and face revealed against Will, just because people found to be annoying, cringy even. Literally no reason to hate somebody so much that you could try to ruin their life. I can't even fathom what goes through people's heads to do things like that.
Hi. Feels so awkward.
talking to a camera for the first time.
While Dream isn't particularly bad looking, he instantly became a meme with comparisons to Lord Farquaad, as well as hashtag he's ugly trending on Twitter the following day. The backlash Dream experienced after his face reveal was exactly the nightmare Corpse was desperately avoiding.
Yeah, what happened with Dream would make any faceless creator never want to show their face. And you know what? That's in their right to never do if that's what they want. But after revisiting this topic, it just made me realize that there is still a big issue on YouTube, which is usually the parasocial aspect of it. The internet is a wild place, and people just keep getting more wild out there. And this is something, like I said, I wanted to talk about, because I feel I relate to it. But thank you for watching. I know it's been a while. I'm very sorry. I was sick for about 2 months, back to back to back. I felt like I was never going to get better, but I am finally back, and I feel a lot better now. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'd like to thank all my channel members. I know I've been gone for a while, but I really appreciate that you stuck around, and I will see you all next time. Bye!
Imagine being dumb as on Twitter.com and saying you only like Corpse's music for his voice. Yeah, bitch. Now I only fucking eat food because of how it tastes too, dumbass.